Stupidity will always be celebrated by the masses. In fact, it has never been the other way around, in which intelligence and talent is greatly appreciated. If you want to see the natural state of the world, of society, of mankind, you will always see how stupidity prevails. Ignorance will always be the chosen one, because it feels better to be stupid and celebrate that which destroys you, rather than be your best self. It will never be in the interest of mankind to celebrate and impose upon the normalcy of the people that which is of greater finesse in life. Knowledge, wisdom, true talent, mastery over one's mind, etc., will never be the chosen path to the majority. For the simple fact that people love to be part of that which is easier and more weak in mind, weak in impulses, weak in the way we relate to one another, weak in the way we treat the world. It is easier to be part of the void state. I call this a state between good and bad, because somebody is not inherently bad, but it's also not good. It's kind of nothingness. Most people will never meet their own true self of their soul, and they won't ever be connected to their best version of caring too much. But perhaps they also won't be connected to their dark self of being malicious with intent and cruel. It's a matter of a balance between being absolutely nothing, and that always feels better to the masses. By being in this state of void, of nothing, I do not know anything about myself, so I copy what I see around me, so I become a clone. It will also always be easier because, one, you will always be accepted in your community. Two, it's much easier to live because you don't have to think. Three, well, I suppose you have all the boxes ticked because you have survival on your hands, and if you have survival, you don't care about anything else. This is the weak state of resistance, in my opinion, and it's the most celebrated and the most normal state of being in society. Of course, before the internet existed, we only were able to see it in real life, but now that the internet is a thing, you can see how stupidity and ignorance is always put on the top tier of what is important. That is why the most stupid, nonsensical, especially with sexual nonsense videos and content in general, will always be highly loved. They don't even have to be high quality as long as they show that which the masses needs, which is to alternate the mind state with trash by consuming things that only put the human system, in a general sense of emptiness. People love to simply have this void state of mind in which their impulses are constantly triggered. So, for example, sexual content always triggers a very, very irrational instinct of mankind, of the pleasure of the flesh. And then there are other type of content which brings stupidity, and the type of content that makes no sense, and the humor is also very, very poor, but alas, we enjoy that because it makes masses feel a state of relaxation, and it triggers their dopamine levels, and it makes them dependent on these sources of income, which only takes from them and leaves them where they want to be. Where do they want to be? They want to be in a state of complete obedience, or a complete simply being one. You can almost say the spiritual meaning of being one, because at this point you simply are like everybody else, because you become everybody else. You have no opinions of your own. You don't even think, because thinking is too difficult, so you just look around and take in whatever the masses agree upon, the general consensus, and that's it. What's left, you just enjoy the content that makes you feel a kick, so that you can go to your work, in which they completely kill you, physically and mentally, but you won't mind. In fact, you will probably go then to take some medicine from your good doctor, which they have prescribed you antidepressants, because your work is kind of stressful, so you need to be medicated, and that's all normal, people will love that. People love to be in the system completely. That's the void state of existence, in my opinion. It's a state of not even having a soul, because you have sold your soul, so you are basically just a creature living like a microbe, or an organism of the microscopic nature, in which you don't even think, you don't even feel, you don't even are. You are simply existing and surviving, especially by killing others, by your nature of voidness, because of you, the society can continue on the way it is. And people love that. They love the void state of existence, in which they don't have to think too much, because others will make their thinking for them. And the most common type of thinking is about the elite, which are people in power that can control you, because they will do the thing for you, and you are glad for that, because you don't like thinking. So it is a very natural state of stupid, mindless, ignorant, and predisposed to sexual nonsense. You just love to see anything that is about sex. That is basically the internet and society for years now. What do you think? Do you enjoy this state of living, in which you are basically a puppet, a clone, nothing at all but something else that they control and use and then discard? Are you happy doing what you do? Leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and give me a like to support this channel. Until next time, bye.